public testimony on Senate Bill 994. And the chair calls Kevin Hale and Arthur DiBianca. Kevin Hale, Arthur DiBianca.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Welcome.
Welcome. And committee members, I appreciate you hearing us out today. My name is Kevin Hale. Currently, I am the chair of the Libertarian Party of Dallas County. I also serve the Libertarian Party of Texas as its legislative coordinator. Some of you have already heard me testify before. This bill denies voters the ability to express a dissenting opinion. It denies innovation of political ideas. As many of you know, the Libertarian Party has been advocating for cannabis and gay rights reforms for 50 years. Finally, those ideas are coming to a head. We serve a purpose in accountability. If third-party candidates are denied a spot on the ballot, how fair are the elections in the first place? Your ability to pay shouldn't keep you from representing. Many poor people need representation in this body, and if you want to take money out of politics, you need to elect libertarians because we don't have any. This bill also denies candidates due process of law by putting the decision to take us off the ballot out of the hands of the judges and into the hands of an appointed position of Secretary of State, who currently would be placed in a position of, currently the Secretary of State is being sued on these particular filing fees, so that would put her in a position of conflict of interest. So please, by all means, let's kill this bill right now.
Thank you for your testimony. Senator Birdwell. Senator, you're going to be Senator Birdwell later.
I will be Senator Birdwell with this bill later. Chairman, thank you for your service to your party. Look, the party chair jobs, regardless of party, are, somewhat underpaid and,
We're volunteers.
Right. Right. Just wanted to establish that point of common ground here. The comment I've got here is that I'm looking at the application for minor parties, and whether it's Republican, Democrat, Green Party, Independent, Libertarian Party, et cetera, we can go down the line, Constitutional Party, we just keep on going.
Don't forget the Canary Party.
Okay, well, that's right. You've got a better list of third parties than I do. If somebody signs an application and they have a filing fee, shouldn't everybody pay it? Because it's either everybody pays it or no one pays it. That's the real issue.
Not necessarily. The filing fees currently go to pay for the primary. We do not get to use the primary, so it benefits us zero. That's why we feel they're unconstitutional. Your ability to pay a filing fee should not stop you from representing people in a country that's supposed to be by the people, for the people. This literally is against the Constitution, and I really wish you would not do this to us and make us waste our time on this kind of legislation so that we can move forward on good legislation.
Now, you have a convention that you have. Okay.
Yes, sir, and it's self-funded, unlike the primaries, which are taxpayer-funded.
Right. Now, so by going through a selection process, a party identifies a candidate, correct?
Correct.
Now, and if you sign up for this and you have a notice of it, this is if somebody if there's an adverse result and the Secretary of State in this bill pattern says, I'm going to remove it, you've got notice, so you do have the grounds for an appeal. And I guess so I'm just trying to understand, is it just the fact that anybody pays a filing fee, or just specifically the fact that the Libertarian Party candidates pay a filing fee?
I don't believe anybody should have to pay a filing fee, whether they be a primary party or not. I do understand that the primary parties pay a filing fee to reimburse the taxpayers to some difference in the primary cost, which I understand to be about $19 million. The filing fees only bring about $4 million. So you still have the taxpayers on the hook for $15 million every 2 years to pay for your primaries and nomination process. The convention parties self-fund our primary, or in our case, nomination process through convention. We don't primary publicly. We do this through our delegates. They have the final selection on whether or not a candidate is placed on the ballot or not. On our party, we have the right to deny a candidate a place on the ballot if we feel they're not libertarian enough.
Okay, so in a convention process, you have a selection, that's where I was going to go, that you could decide to deny a candidate.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, so you do say that a minor party can make a decision at a convention not to let somebody go forward. So this is right. Okay. Well,
that's only for my party, the Libertarian Party. I'm not sure about the Green.
Again, I'm not talking about anything else. So
yes.
I'm just trying to go back to the form and make sure we understand this. So the Libertarian Party does go through a situation where they will select a representative and they can deny somebody a position. Yeah. Now this application does seem to give notice. It seems to give notice that there's a filing fee that somebody signs, and that if you don't file that fee, that, you know, under this law, you could be removed. So, you know, so there's an issue of, in my mind, the Libertarian Party does have the ability to deny or remove a candidate. And here, this bill, all it does is say, if you don't follow what you signed, if you don't have a filing fee, you could be removed. I'm trying to see if you see the...
Oh, I see what you're trying to do to us. Absolutely, I see what you're trying to do to us. You're trying to take away our due process by giving this appointment, this responsibility of removing us from the ballot to the Secretary of State, who is not an elected official. She's appointed. And I have a problem with that because it denies us the due process. Well, currently, you have to sue us to get us off the ballot. This would force us to sue you to get us back on the ballot.
Okay. And I appreciate your passion, because I know you believe in your part.
Well, sir, let me put it to you this way.
No
less than 30 times an election cycle, people come up to me and they hug me and they thank me for running.
And then you can answer. Sir, let him ask the question and we'll let you answer. Senator Betancourt.
Jeez.
Okay. I'm just trying to establish the fact that a convention party like Libertarian makes a similar decision, okay? And here the person's given notice, and that by signing the document they know what the requirement is. Now, I see that you fundamentally disagree.
Yes, sir.
And so I'll let the questioning end on that. But that was what my purpose was to say that that this document gives notice and somebody can sign it. And you all have in your party a similar, but it's different, but still ends up with the same result, that the person does not run. Under no circumstances is this, you know, anything but trying to provide a level playing field across the board. Yes, but while you disagree, okay, but remember, you've got a convention process that denies somebody their ability to run. So I could have made the same emotional speech back to you that said, if the Libertarian Party denies somebody for being to run, not being libertarian enough, they've denied their right. I leave you with that to think on it. Thank you.
I'd like to say, may I close one statement?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. No less than 30, 40 times during my elections when I'm running for federal office, do people come up to me and hug me, thank me, shake my hand, and say, thank you for giving me an option on this ballot. Otherwise, I would not be voting. This bill will make people not vote because they don't have a choice. Thank you.
Well, thanks for your testimony, Senators. Any other questions for the witness? Thanks for being here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.